What made you realize that there was something off about your family? I didn't realize something was off about my family until I started hearing from other kids what normal parents actually did. Growing up, I thought the way things were at home was just how it was for everyone. It wasn't until I got older and talked with classmates that I started to see how different my experience was. I remember one day at school, during lunch, a kid was talking about how his parents took him to the pediatrician regularly whenever he felt sick. He talked about how they asked about his feelings, how they helped him with problems at school, and even how they gave him advice about friends and life. It sounded so normal to me, but also strange, because that was nothing like my experience. At home, if I was sick, it was mostly just deal with it. Going to the doctor was a rare event, only if something was really bad. There was no checking in to see how I was feeling emotionally or mentally. I didn't have parents asking me how my day went or if anything was bothering me. When I struggled with schoolwork or friendships, I was mostly left to figure things out alone. Sometimes it felt like my problems didn't matter enough to get attention or help. I talked to more kids, and their stories kept piling up. Parents who actually noticed when their kids were upset, who made an effort to listen, who helped out without being asked. I realized these things weren't acts of kindness or generosity beyond the norm. They were what parents were supposed to do: basic care, attention, and support. That realization hit me hard. It made me look back at my own family and see the gaps, the things that should have been there but weren't. It wasn't just the lack of doctor visits or advice. It was the missing emotional presence, the feeling that I was mostly on my own. It wasn't until then that I understood my family was different, not just in small ways, but in ways that mattered deeply. And while I never wanted to resent my parents, I couldn't help but feel a sense of loss for the kind of care and attention other kids had that I missed. Looking back, that moment, the moment I heard about normal parenting from other kids, changed how I saw my childhood. It wasn't perfect, and it wasn't what I deserved, but it was my reality. And realizing that was the first step in figuring out what I needed to break the cycle and find my own way forward.